Yo, what's going on? So I'm gonna show you how to make a Fivem server in hopefully less than 5 minutes. Now I know there's a lot of tutorials out there that get you to do all this unnecessary shit. So I'm literally just gonna show you how to set one up. You can do this on a VPS, a game server, or if you're just hosting it off your actual gaming PC, home PC, whatever. So first thing, what you're gonna want to do is go to your desktop on your PC or your VPS or wherever you're going to host the server from. You're gonna right click, make a new folder, and just call it whatever your server name is. So let's just call it Water RP. Now it doesn't matter about capitals or no capitals, but you will have to remember the caps locks for later. So now you've made that, you want to go onto Google, and I'll put all these links to these 3 websites that you need in the description. So first, what we're going to do, let's get this one. So I'll put this as the first link in the description. I'll label it 1. So go to here. This is basically the server data, where your resources and stuff will go. So just click the green code button here and click download zip and wait for it to download. When it's downloaded, just open it. Before you do that, actually, you will need to download WINRAR. I totally forgot about this, so I'll put a link down to this. But just type WINRAR, and it's just the first link here. WINRAR, just click download here, and then download again on the blue button, and it should download. And then, yeah. So now back to this. Once you've opened the server data, which again is the first link in the description, double click on it and you see this resources folder. Just simply drag this resource folder into the folder we made first, whatever the folder on your desktop. So just drag it in there, and if we open this, there's the resources folder. Okay, so that's step 1. And you don't need any of this. I mean, you can read the readme if you want, but you don't need those 2. So you can exit off that, keep this open. Now the second thing we're going to do is the server artifacts. So you can get rid of that window. So this will be labeled number 2 in the description. Now this is just the server artifacts. You will need to update these every so often, but I will show you how to do that at another point. But for now, just click on the link in the description labeled 2, which is this, and just click the blue one. Don't be tempted to click the most recent one. It's always recommended to hit this blue button here, and it will download here. Now once this is downloaded, just open it again. Now all these you can just hit Control A and Shift to get rid of the top one, or just simply just drag from citizen folder all the way down. So you've highlighted all of these, and in our folder we made on the desktop, you just drag them in there. Do not drag them in the resources folder, just drag them anywhere here on the not the desktop, but the empty space. Remember, don't drag the top one here, just from citizen down. Just drag it in here like this, and just give it a minute so it loads, and it should be in there. Okay, now you don't actually, it's not, I mean, it doesn't change anything if you do this or not. You don't need this ignore folder. Or you can just delete that if you want to make it cleaner. So that's step number 2. So step number 3 is creating our server.cfg. Okay, so anywhere here, just right click, new, and make a new text document here and call it server, and then change the .txt to .cfg. So that's server.cfg. And it'll ask you if you want to change it. Just click yes on here and it'll be a CFG. Now if you can't see all the extensions like .dll or .txt, etc., click the top here and view and check file name extensions. See, now this doesn't have .cfg next to it. If yours is like this, click View and check file name extensions, and it will show you what it actually is. Now I'm going to show you something that some of you might do. If you haven't done that step, this is what will happen. So if you have this, you'll name it server.cfg, and you'll think you've made a server.cfg when you haven't, because actually it's server.cfg.text. So just keep that in mind. Have your file name extensions on. So that's step 3. So once you have made that, right click on it and open with whatever you use. I use Code or Notepad++. I strongly suggest Notepad++ for beginners because it's just a lot more simpler. So now you have your server.cfg opened and ready to edit. I will link this in the description also. Where is it? It's over here. So this, you can get rid of these 2 windows, by the way. So this is the server.cfg. Okay, so I will just paste this in the description so you can just copy all of this instead of having to go through this website. So basically you just want to copy all this. I will name it in caps server.cfg so you know to copy all of this. Now once you've copied it, you can just hit Ctrl+C to copy, or you can just right click and copy. So now we just paste this in our server.cfg like this and hit Ctrl+S to save, or just click this button to save. And if you close it and reopen it, it should still be in there. Yep, saved. Okay, so now this is the part where I'm gonna have to blur some of it out because you will need to put the IP in. Now this is just on my normal gaming desktop PC, not a VPS, but all this is the exact same steps, whether you're doing it on a VPS or on your home PC. So you'll notice here it says change me. This is our license key. So this will determine how many players you can have, and also it should be IP locked to your server. So let me open this. 1 second. I'll put this link in the description to this page right here. Now this will be labeled 3 or 4, I've lost track of where we are, but anyway, it's the link that says keymaster.fivem.net. So what you want to do, just click login here. Sign in, sorry, should be highlighted in blue. Now if you wait a second, now all these will be blurred out because these are all my keys, but I'm going to register 1. So let me just inactivate 1. So at the top here, you can click register in blue. Now you can only create a certain amount, so just keep that in mind. So click this blue one here, register. Now just put your display name, it doesn't really matter, you can literally put that if you really wanted to, but for the sake of this video I'm just going to name it Water RP, the same as what we named our folder on our desktop. Now we'll have to blur this out, but this is my IP. If you are on a VPS, right here in this box, put the IP of your VPS. If you're home hosting, like me, now I'm not actually going to be making this server or, you know, starting this server. This is purely just to help you guys out. So if you don't know your IP, literally just Google my IP and it will tell you your IP. Just copy and paste it into this box. Now server type, obviously if you have a dedicated server, VPS, game server like Zap hosting, or home hosting. So I'm just going to put home hosted because that's that. And this you can just put you can just put NA, I guess. You don't. It doesn't really matter what you put in this box. So put your display name, your IP, whether that's your home hosted personal IP or your VPS IP, and then this one, put whether you're on a DEDI VPS game server or home hosted. Do the captcha, click generate. Now I may as well just show you this because it's not like I'm going to be using this key. But don't worry about no heartbeat received. So these will be IP locked on their first use. So the first time you load up your server, this key will be locked to your server, which is good. So your keys here should be blurred out unless you hover over it. Just click copy, or you can just copy it like this. It doesn't really matter. So once you've done that, you can minimize this and go back to your server.cfg. And where it says at the very bottom line, SV_license key space change me, hover over the change me like this and paste it in there, or just delete the change me and paste your key in there. Okay, make sure there's a space in between here, otherwise the server will not load. Alright, now Steam Web API key. Now all you have to do for this one is just Google Steam Web API key. So just sign in. I'm just gonna sign in. Sorry, I had to cut that. I had to go verify my I have two-step enabled to log in. But anyway, once you've logged into Steam via the link I will put in the description, or I will just paste this here so you can just log in yourself. It will ask you for your domain name. Now that's basically just put the name of your server, so water RP, and then just click agree here. Doesn't actually matter what you put in here, so don't worry about that. I'll click register, and here's your Steam Web API key. Now I will blur this out or put a black box over it, whatever. So once you've got this, simply copy, and then if you look up to line 73, it might be different for you, but here 3 above where it says set Steam Web API key. Now in these 2 little bracket things, paste your Steam Web API key that you just made in there. Now I just want to say congratulations, because you've pretty much made your server now. It should run after we've made the starter.bat, which is very simple. But this is pretty much it. Now your server name, you can change it if you want. It doesn't really matter. So right here, line 39, SV_hostname. In these brackets, you can put whatever you want. So, you know, you can put water RP, I don't know, custom vehicle, I spelled that completely wrong. Custom vehicles. So when someone searches water RP, or if they search custom vehicles, whatever, it will pop up, okay? Now that's pretty much it. I mean, you can set tags here on line 26, but that's not really bothered. But if you are wanting to set tags, so if someone searches, let's say someone searches, let's do an example here, tanks. So you do tanks, and then if you wanted a second tag, third, fourth, fifth, etc., after your tanks, you put a comma, space, you can write whatever else, comma, space, write whatever else, comma, space, etc. Okay, so once you've done that, make sure you hit Control S to save, or just click this, or file and save. One more thing while we're on here, 69 right here, SV_max clients. Now this is how many people can join your server. Do not place it above 48 if you are not a Fivem Patreon, otherwise it will fuck some stuff up. Alright, keep it at 48 or below. Alright, now save that, exit out of that, your server's pretty much ready to start, okay? So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to make our server starter, which actually starts our server. Server starter. If you actually if you scroll down to this pink icon here, may not be pink for you, don't worry, but it's called FX Server.exe. If you double click on that, it will start your server. If this comes up, just click allow access. Now it should automatically open this window on your Google. If not, I'll just put this down below. So mine has auto-filled, but once you click on that this here, this window should pop up, this console, and basically you just want to go to this link here if it hasn't automatically opened the window in Google for you, and it will ask you, like mine's auto-filled, but it will ask you for your PIN. Your PIN is right here, okay, 7838. Now this won't be your PIN, okay, this will be a random PIN that it will ask you to do. Mine's auto-filled, so I'm going to click link account, and you're going to want to continue. I'm pretty sure at this stage, if you have not got an account, just simply make one. I'm not sure what it will look like for you, but just make an account, and once you've done that and signed in, click continue. Now just put a random password, so I'm just going to put a random password in. Now this doesn't have to be the password for your account. This is just a backup password in case you forgot your actual password. I know that's confusing a bit, but yeah, once you put a random password in, click save. Now right here, welcome YTHGL. So simply just click next on number 1. Now number 2, server name, water, I spelt that wrong again, water RP. You don't have to put water RP, put whatever you want, but you know, next. Now this one is weird. I'm not sure what you want, but do not do the recommended one, okay? Just don't, because we've already bypassed this, we've made it ourselves. So click local server data. Now this might look confusing, but all it's asking you to do is locate this. So pretty much go back to your folder called water RP. Now yours might not be called water RP, but anyway, make sure you're on this bit so you can see all this here, and simply just click at the top in this empty bit here, and it will highlight the path to where all this is. Hit Control C, or again right click and hit copy, and then just paste it in there like that and click next. Now it might do this automatically, it might detect it. If it has with server.cfg at the end, then fine, but if it's just this and it hasn't automatically done it for you, just do waterrp /server.cfg like this, / sorry. I'm pretty sure if it hasn't automatically done it and it just looks like the one that you did before, just click save and it will tell you that you haven't done it. So / and then server.cfg, hit save again. Okay, so save and start server. Okay, so we're going to start the server. Now your server is starting up. Now you don't have to worry about this window, but whatever you do, do not click the X because it will close down your server, okay? So minimize it. Now this page here is very, very useful if you bookmark it, okay? I'm not going to bookmark mine. Actually, I will for this example. So if you bookmark something, alright, and you open a new tab, your bookmark things will be here, okay? So I'm just going to wait for it to do this. I'm not sure what it's actually doing. Oh, sorry. I'm not sure why it's doing this for me. Probably because I'm home hosted. But all of this is normal. If you just wait a minute, it will do what it's got to do. What is it doing? Oh, okay, so it's pretty much just... Okay, that's pretty much done now. So it's starting the resources. Now, if the first load will always take, you know, a bit. So if you want to ever restart your server, just click restart here and confirm. And it should, yeah, it will, you know, reload. Now, once this bit pops up here, where it says in red, this CFXRE, that means your server is up and you can join it, okay? So that's pretty much it, how to actually load into your server, okay? So simply you just want to open Fivem. I'm presuming you already have Fivem downloaded, means that you want to make your own server. If you don't, just Google Fivem and it's the first link. It's a download link to Fivem. So now you've loaded up Fivem, right? Okay, so if you've home hosted it, you can go ahead and test your server straight away by clicking this one here. So if you are hosting and playing on the same PC, go here and click this and it will load you into your server. Okay, now if this did help you in any way, I would very much appreciate a like and a sub. Don't have to. If you didn't, then don't. Before you do go, I just want to say people won't actually be able to join the server yet because you haven't port forwarded it, okay? So I will make another video. It should be out by the time you finished watching this one, because I'm going to record it and edit it right after I've ended this one.